Hello and welcome back to the Dojo of Game. Today we have some more training from Nate Diaz. Now hopefully I can react to this without getting a copyright. But I'm going to go ahead and see, because what I saw last time, you already know what I thought about it. But let's see if Nate Diaz has improved any. Hopefully he has, because I want to see a good fight.
I wanted to fight Francis Ngannou.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that.
Nate is as game as a human being has ever been.
Wow.
That dude is wild. I mean, that's one of the things that Dana White said. They were like saying, why did you do this fight? It's like, that's the fight Nate wanted.
Improvements from when I first saw him to like.
Oh, he actually wasn't looking too bad in that sparring session right there. Looking a little bit better. I imagine they're showing highlights from it, but he was definitely looking better than the other sparring sessions I saw last time I reacted. So landing some punches, doing some hooks, some uppercuts, looking pretty good. Let's see.
Like right now, his improvements are through the roof, and now we're gonna get a great test. I think this is a good test for him to see where he's really at. Cardio-wise, everything-wise. Nate has so much experience, but he's also catching Nate on the way downside. So I think there's a lot of pluses for Jake, but Nate's Nate. The deeper that fight goes, I mean, it's gonna be a fight. I could see him.
See, the thing I'm worried about most with Nate, like I said before, is his defense. He really has to work on the head movement. I think if he improves his head movement, then he would do a lot better than he would otherwise. So I really hope that he's working on that.
Wearing down Jake after the second, third round, getting his timing in it, and really starting to make it like a dogfight, and then it's like once Nate gets your timing and his engine's already going, he's a fucking problem, bro. And especially in boxing, and people are not gonna be able to take him down and wrap him up. He might be a fucking nightmare, So Jake has to be prepared to fucking stick him move. I think Jake could deal with the power, but it's the accumulation, the punches and bunches. When he gets a rhythm, Nate starts to, play at first, and then he's trying to get the rhythm. And now once he has his rhythm and he starts stepping outside of him and feinting and then going and then going and then feinting and then going, he's going to have Jake on the back foot thinking. And that thinking makes you wear energy, And once Nate gets in like that choo-choo train mode, he could throw it out. But also, Jake could catch him with a counter, man. I've seen him do it, and that's what I was gonna say. The first time he fought Woodley, I was like, The second time he fought him, that was short notice for Woodley. He did considerably better,
It's not saying that Nate isn't an amazing fighter. Nate is an amazing fighter and has been for a long time. I mean, you can go way back. Nate has been submitting and beating people for a long fucking time. He's a tough motherfucker.
All right. I think now I'm getting a little bit more hype for the fight. Looks like Nate's been doing a little bit better with his boxing practice. But it's still going to be a tough one, considering that Jake Paul specializes in boxing. I'm still leaning towards more Jake Paul winning, but I really hope that it's a good fight. And if it goes the other way, that'd be hell of exciting, considering I'm more of a fan of Nate Diaz than Jake Paul, if I'm going to be honest with this. It's just that boxing is a specific sport, and that is Jake Paul's specialization. Nate Diaz is an all-around fighter, and his brain is wired to do combinations mixed in with kicks and takedowns and elbows and all kinds of things. And those things, when he's in the middle of a combo in the fight, they might enter his mind and give him a few seconds where he's distracted, where Jake Paul can capitalize. Unfortunately, if you train a certain way, it does become imprinted in your mind. So, for example, me having a karate background, I've trained boxing for years, but sometimes when I'm in the boxing ring, I do think about doing a kick or something, and this is a moment that Jake Paul could capitalize when something comes in to his brain during a combination that might be otherwise, but hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully he's able to stay completely concentrated, and this could be a great fight. And also, obviously, Nate Diaz's cardio is going to outdo Jake Paul's, so if Nate Diaz is able to survive Jake Paul's power punches in the earlier rounds, in the later rounds, I think that Nate Diaz could capitalize on that. So that is also a factor. But we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.